Matter of fact, check this out. Check this out. We plugged into the engine monitor here. 3.1 miles per gallon as we go up and down Central Park South. That is brutal at $4 a gallon. That'll get your attention, won't it?
Yeah.
Well, this guy who I met, Wayne Gertis, after 9/11 decided it was time that the United States get off of foreign oil, and boy, has he done something about it. Wayne Gertis may look like he's out of gas, but actually he's just kind of hyper about saving every drop he can. And I mean hyper.
We're in neutral, so I'm ready to pop. Starts, we're going. Just don't wait for anything.
You just went.
Yeah.
That was like immediately into drive.
Right. There's no point in wasting any fuel. And again,
Wayne is the reigning king of the gas mileage misers, known as Hypermilers. A ride with him is a real eye-opener, not to mention a filling loosener.
Okay, hold on your camera.
Yep,
We're going to take it hard.
I'm going to hold on. That's what happens when you take a turn without touching the brake pedal. Wayne avoids it like, well, gas stations. He routinely gets 50 miles per gallon in his plain old Accord, twice what Honda promises.
And I'm already going to shut it down. This is an advanced technique.
He kills the engine whenever he can, never tailgates, but does draft behind big trucks. He always drives the speed limit and plans trips as if they were the D-Day invasion. So it forces you to think entirely differently about how you drive.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 3 lights ahead if you're in a suburban traffic area. And now I'm going to use what's called a ridge ride. Hi.
In Wayne's world, angry tailgaters are proctologists.
Guys that ride in your butt.
And when they pass him in a huff,
They're the mad rabbits.
and big SUVs are FSPs, as in...
Fuel-sucking pig.
I almost didn't have the heart to tell him about my Yukon XL. But when he came to New York the other day, he held his nose, plugged in a gadget that displays fuel economy, and we were off like a herd of turtles for Hypermiling 101.
Gentle, easy, back off a little bit. No sense of race. Shift to first, because we're going slow enough to first. I want your foot on the brake, and I want you to shut off the car at 1,100 RPM. And you're working your butt off right now.
It's hard work, it is. Using his techniques, I instantly curtailed my FSP's thirst for unleaded by 30%. But still a long way from 50 miles a gallon.
This vehicle just isn't meant for downtown.
You think?
So I have to watch my own speed on this.
Wayne started doing this after 9/11 made him reconsider our dependency on foreign oil. He runs a website with tips, and with gas where it is now, he has a growing, albeit slow-moving, following. He sure made me a believer. Okay, call me Hypermiles. In fact, you might say I'm pushing the concept.
Okay, that should do it.
Go to hell! Hey! Hey, guys! Hey, look who's passing me. I'm hypermiling and the horses are passing me. Can you see?
They run on a different fuel, buddy.
This is the only way. This is the only way to beat the hypermilers is to have one of these rigs right here, right? What? He says he still gets tickets. All right, listen, let's get serious here for a minute before I cause a little confrontation on the streets of New York. They weren't very happy with me when they couldn't get around me. Couple things. You got to inflate your tires to the absolute max. You got to have your filters changed. Use low viscosity oil. Take off things like your roof rack to make yourself aerodynamically better. Never use the air conditioning. Look what I'm wearing.
Is that a bulletproof vest?
That's an ice vest, Heidi. The real Hypermiler.
I thought, you're in New York. They're going to, get you.
Well, yeah, well, you got that too, because these guys are so mad at me. It'd probably be good to be wearing a vest, if you know what I mean. So,
wow. Okay, seriously, wow. Miles, nobody's going to do this. I mean, no one is going to go through those lengths. It would be exhausting just driving one way to work. Are there any realistic tips that people can get out of this in order to have their gas mileage?
I mean, think about it. The car setup you can do and still drive any way you like, make sure those tires are inflated right. The oil filters, the oil thing, those are key things to do. And, plan out your trips. As Wayne says, the best way to save gas is to think about how you do your errands, for example. Combine trips. When you go to do errands, always go to your farthest destination first and work your way back.
You know who does that?
That will save you gas.
Yeah,
what?
Matt Collins does that. Drives me crazy. My husband plans
see,
the
he's
whole
thinking.
route of the errands.
So he's a Hypermiler. How you doing? This is my friend right here. How you doing over there? How's the mileage? Good? blocking traffic now.
Oh, you're blocking traffic, man.
He's not happy with me at all.
We better let you go. You're seriously going to
let's
get
stay with him. Let's stay
gonna
with
get
him.
in trouble.
Society out here. There's no question.
I mean, listen, full disclosure, too, that's your vehicle, huh? I didn't know you had an FSP.
It's a big honking mess of a vehicle. It's a rolling anachronism, or as I call it in the household, the rolling zip code.
Yeah.
It's long past time to get rid of it, but, you know, who's going to buy it at this point?
It's worth about $5.
$4 a gallon. Who wants this thing? You know, look what I'm getting right now. Let's see. 3.2 miles per gallon here on Central Park South. Ouch.
Yeah,
That hurts.
That's ouch. You better turn on the air conditioning. All right. Hey, Miles.
I got my ice vest. It's
Your
okay.
ice. All right. Appreciate it. Hypermiling. It's a new word, and now we know what it means. Miles O'Brien driving somewhere very dangerous in New York City. Thanks so much, Miles.
See ya.
And the guy next to him, buddy, what are you doing? Buddy, let's go. Still to come in